Let me take you back for a second to my immigration experience that left me unraveled and nervous. I walked off that plane, glad I had landed safely, of course, and I headed straight toward immigration like all the other passengers did. And listen, this was not my first rodeo. I've flown to Canada before. I've stood in that long, cold, echoing immigration line more times than I care to remember. But my last encounter? Phew. Let me tell you right now, that experience did not sit well with me at all. I felt targeted. I felt like I was singled out. I felt like the officer was waiting for me to breathe too hard so they could pull me aside. Have you ever had that feeling that someone's testing you and you don't even know what the test is all about? Yeah, that was me. So when I landed on this particular trip, let's just say that I wasn't bouncing up to that immigration counter like, hey, I'm back. I was very alert. I was very cautious. And the whole time I was thinking, Lord, please let this go smoothly. But the difference this time, I had the right answers. I had the right mindset. I understood the energy that they were reading from the moment I stepped forward. And that one shift changed everything for me. And now I'm handing that power straight to you today, because immigration isn't random. It isn't spontaneous. And it isn't, oh, let's just ask whatever comes to mind today question. There is a script. There's a system. And once you understand how the game is played, you will walk up to that immigration counter with the calm confidence of someone who already knows how the next 5 minutes will unfold. Today, I'm going to walk you through the 10 questions that immigration officers quietly use to decide whether you're good to go or whether they need to step aside and talk to you a little bit longer. And I don't like the second one. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to answer every single question without raising even one eyebrow. With that being said, let's dive right in to question number 1. May I see your passport, ma'am or sir? Listen, it sounds routine, but this question is not small talk. It's the first psychological check. Immigration officers are trained to watch how you hand the passport over. Not just that you have a passport. They watch if your hands are shaking, if you're fumbling through your bag like you have never flown before, or as if you're searching for buried treasures. And if you're trying to avoid eye contact like the plague, they notice that. And here's something nobody tells you. Hesitation looks like uncertainty. So do not hesitate. And uncertainty looks like you're telling a lie. That's why the smooth travelers do one thing differently. They have their passport out and ready before they step up to the customs officer. A calm, here you go, is all you need. Not a speech, not an apology, and not a nervous giggle. Confidence is the silent language that immigration officers trust the most. Question number 2, how long do you intend to stay in the country? This is where a lot of travelers get themselves in trouble, not because they're doing anything wrong. Absolutely not. But because they start narrating their entire life. You don't need to explain your cousin's birthday, your friend's engagement party, your childhood dream to visit the country, or the 3 itineraries you printed at home. No, the officer wants one thing, a clear, consistent time frame. Give simple answers like, I'll be here for 1 week. That's it. 10 days, a short weekend trip. Say it clean and short. If you hesitate, they think that you don't have a plan. If you ramble on and on, they think that you're unsure, or worse, you're hiding your real intentions and your real reasons. This question exists because countries track overstays. If you sound confused about your own travel timeline, that's when the officer raises an internal eyebrow. So remember, precision shows control. Control shows credibility. Let's move on to question number 3. What's the purpose of your visit? This question is where people get creative, and creativity is the fastest way into secondary inspection. You don't need a novel. You need clarity. Officers are matching your answer with what's already connected to your ticket, your visa type, and sometimes even your hotel reservation. They know exactly what they're doing. And if you say, I'm here on vacation, perfect. I'm here for business, perfect. I'm here to study for a month, perfect. But if you say, well, I'm sort of visiting a friend, but I'm also thinking about, checking out opportunities. Oh, yes. They're going to start digging some more to find out exactly what you mean by that. They're not trying to catch you. They're trying to see if you know your own story. The smartest travelers keep their answers simple, honest, and aligned with the trip that they booked. Everything has to match up. Question number 4, what do you do for work? Yeah, they will ask you that. But listen, this is not judgment, it's logic. Your job tells a story, not about your worth or how much you get paid, but about your stability. If you have a job, they assume that that's enough reason for you to go back home. If you're studying, that's also structure. If you're retired, that's consistency. Sorry, there was a little gnat. Yes, so if you're between jobs, the key is to avoid sounding lost. For example, don't say, I quit my job and honestly, I don't know what I'm going to do next. Are you crazy? Instead, say, I just completed a position and I'm taking a short break before my next contract. See the difference? One sounds like you're drifting, and the other sounds like structure. You have a plan. And structure is what makes an officer trust your intentions. Now, before we jump into the next question, let me give you something that's going to make your future travel so much easier and less stressful. If you've ever watched one of my travel videos and thought, Cheryl, I wish I had all your travel knowledge in one place. You do. I put together 2 digital travel bundles for you. One gives you 55 real travel disasters and exactly how to solve them, step by step, so you never panic on the road again. I mean, air travel, that is. And the other is a full travel guide with videos and cheat sheets that walk you through airport rules, TSA changes, carry-on secrets, and all the stuff that most people don't find out until it's too late. So if you want to travel smarter with less stress and fewer surprises, both of these bundles are linked right below the video. Yeah, go grab them. Trust me. These are the kind of resources that save you money, time, and headaches before you even step into the airport. All right, let's keep going. Question number 5, are you traveling alone? Here's a secret most travelers don't know. They already know whether you're alone or not. That's the immigration officers. They know that. They have access to your booking, your seat partner, your check-in patterns, even your baggage tags. This question is about consistency, not information. This particular question, number 5. So if you're alone, say it confidently. If you're with someone, say it plainly. Do not start adding unnecessary details like, well, I met them online and then we planned this trip and we're staying in different hotels. No, ma'am, no, sir. You're building a case against yourself when you start yapping. Short answers show confidence. Rambling shows anxiety. And immigration officers read anxiety like a book. They're trained for that. Now, question number 6. Do you have any family here? This question is gently disguised, but extremely strategic. If you say no, say it clean and confident. If you say yes, keep it surface level. Why do they ask that question? Because family means connections. Connections mean the potential for longer stays. Does that mean that they suspect you of anything? No. They're just measuring whether your story fits the standard travel profile. That's what they're looking for. So your job is to answer honestly and calmly. That's it. Question number 7. Have you ever been here before? This question is one that fools a lot of travelers because it feels casual, but it's not. Every entry and exit from the country is in their system. They're not checking the facts, they're checking you. They want to see if your memory or honesty matches the data. So keep it simple. Yes, last summer. That's what you would say. No, first time. Whichever is true. Do not tell any vacation stories. No personal details. No unexpected twists. You're not talking to a friend. You're confirming information to a professional. Again, confidence is the currency right here. Question number 8. Do you have anything to declare? This question is where innocent travelers get caught up and end up losing snacks, supplements, cash, electronics, you name it. Every country has its own rules. Remember that. And what's normal at home, wherever home is, may be taxable, restricted, or prohibited at your destination. If you truly have nothing to declare, say it without hesitation. If you do have something to declare, honesty goes further than trying to hide it, because somehow they will find out. Customs officers don't like surprises, and nothing raises suspicion like nervous hesitations. A clean yes or no, delivered calmly, is what gets you through safely. Question number 9. Where will you be staying? This is the test that reveals how organized you are. If you start acting like you forgot your own hotel name, the officer immediately wonders if you know what you're doing or if someone else arranged plans on your behalf. The key is simple again, simplicity all the way. Know your accommodations. You don't need the full address, just the name or general location. They're checking, does your answer align with your visa, your entry card, your flight? If it all lines up, you'll be able to move on smoothly. Question number 10. Can I see your return ticket? Ah, yes. The last gatekeeper. This question decides whether you're walking into the country or walking into additional screening. Let me explain. They're proving one thing and one thing only. Do you plan to leave? Have your return or onward travel ready? Printed or digital doesn't matter whether it's one or the other. If you have it, answer confidently. Yes, here it is. I'm leaving on the 22nd or whichever date. If you're traveling onward, say something like, I'm continuing to Paris after this. They don't care if the ticket is flexible or refundable. They just need proof that you're not showing up with mystery intentions. Once you show this, the officer makes their final judgment, and that's usually the moment that the tension breaks. Here's a secret that nobody tells travelers that you want to hear right now. Immigration isn't really about the answers that you give. It's about the energy that you project. They're evaluating your calm, your honesty, your clarity, your consistency, and your confidence, not your life story. And now that you understand the psychology behind every question, because this is what it's all about, you won't walk up to that immigration counter feeling intimidated anymore. You'll walk up intentionally, prepared, composed, and in control, like a traveler who knows the game and knows how to play it. And you do right now, right? If this video helps you feel more confident for your trip, I know for your next trip, share it with someone flying soon. Trust me, they're going to thank you. And please make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell, because in the next video, the upcoming video, I'm going to break down what really happens during secondary screening, the room that nobody wants to enter, and what to do to stay calm, clear, and in control. And before you head out, don't forget to grab the travel bundles that I mentioned before. I'll put the link right there in the description of the video below, so you don't have to go searching for it. If you want extra tools that I use to stay calm, prepared, and 10 steps ahead of airport chaos, everything is waiting for you below. Go download it before your next trip. Trust me, you'll be glad that you did. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.